Karen Donovan, and welcome to Good News Wednesday. Thanks to our friends over at the Miracle Network for that great countdown tonight. I'm going to tell a little bit more about that in a little bit. In the meantime, ask yourself this question. What do you do when you encounter a big, giant wave? Stay tuned.
It's the Good News Wednesday show. Come on, kids, it's time to roll. Tell everybody that you know. Watch the Good News Wednesday show. Good News Wednesday's finally here. Let's stand up and give a cheer. Watch the boredom disappear, 'cause Good News Wednesday's here.
Hi, good evening, kids. It's Karen again with another episode of Good News Wednesday. You've made it through another half of the week. Hallelujah. Let's celebrate. We've got a lot of exciting things going on tonight. And I asked the question in the intro, what do you do when you encounter a big, giant wave? We're talking about change tonight, change and opportunity. And think about it a little bit. If you met up with a big giant wave, would you try to run away? Would you just succumb and have you ever been in the ocean and get pulled under by one of those waves? I have. I'm sure you have too. Or do you take advantage of that wave and ride the wave? That's what we're talking about, folks. What do you do when that opportunity comes along and change happens? Listen, change happens, good changes and bad changes. They're happening all the time. And all we say is, I don't want anything to change. I want everything to stay just like it is, right? But we can't do that because change is taking place. Things are moving on. It's often said, the only thing constant is change. So what do you do about it? Do you ride the wave or do you run away from the wave? Well, of course, we want to show you and talk with you and encourage you to take advantage of those changes in your life. Seize the opportunity, open the door and say, okay, change. I know this isn't exactly what I was looking for, but let's do it. And even if it's not a change for the better, how about taking some lemons and making some lemonade? I wrote a song about that once. One day I'll play it for you. In the meantime, think about it and try to think of some opportunities that have come along in your life because of change. We aren't the same person we were yesterday, much less a year ago. And especially with all the changes that have gone on with the pandemic and the job situation and doing things differently. And has it been for the better? Well, in many instances, it's been very hard. And we pray and hope that the people who have been affected the most by what's going on can survive and get through it. But for many of us, there have been some good changes in our lives. Maybe appreciating being home more, being able to do things around the house, being able to do things with people you love. So I don't know what the change is going to be for the future. Que sera, sera, whatever will be, will be. The future's not ours to see. Que sera, sera. It just came to me. We think of that and we think of, well, let's just open the doors to the change and see what happens. Sound good? Okay, now let's talk about some changes in our trivia question, which every week we have a trivia question and we play that for a Panera gift card. And this week we had a question about, guess what? Change, of course, right? So let's see what the question was, and let's see who the winners were. All right, here we go. Change Oh, this was a good one. The changes in our climate. Some people don't like to talk about that, but we do have to address the fact that we do have the greenhouse effect. And we want to discuss what caused that change, or what is that referring to? So is it A, climate change legislation, B, when you paint your house green, C, when gases in the atmosphere trap heat and block heat and the gases from escaping, and then D, when you build a greenhouse? And the answer is, drum roll please, it's, of course, C, the gases in the atmosphere that get trapped. That's the greenhouse effect that causes the heat to go up and the temperature to rise and the climate to change, fires to occur in California. And that is an unfortunate change. But we have to deal with that change too, just like everything else, right? Now, let's check out our 4 winners this week. Are we ready? Okay, our first winner who got the question correct is Linda Chow. Second winner, Aaron Smith. Congratulations, Aaron. The third winner, William Price. And the fourth winner, Valerie Smith. Congratulations to all 4 of you for winning. And please be expecting your Panera gift card. And I'm going to tell you how we can play this week and how you can win a Panera gift card too in a little bit. So we want to talk about 2 special things. One is the way that the contest works is that every week we have 4 winners that enter the contest by playing, either answering on the show or answering from our Monday morning wake-up call and getting the official entry form. Or some people send me an email, and that's fine too, at Karen@homesbydonovan.com. You'll see it flashing across your screen down the bottom. So if you want to play next week, I'm going to show you in a little bit how you can do that. But what happens is that each week we have 4 winners, and at the end of the month, we have a grand prize drawing from all the winners, and one of those folks gets to pick their favorite charity. And this week, it was Vanessa Singh, and she was the one who won for the month of March. And her charity that she picked was the Children's Miracle Network, and that was the intro countdown that I played tonight. And they had a dance-a-thon to raise money for children. The Children's Miracle Network contributes to hospitals all over the country for children who have critical needs and need to be admitted into the hospital. So that's what Vanessa picked as her charity. So congratulations to her. And we also have the charity from last month, from the month of February, which was the ALS Ride for Life. And I have to tell you a really cool story about that. So I just want to share my screen for a second and tell you about something that's going on with them. So I think I indicated this a couple weeks ago that they're having a recognition benefit. It's going to be a virtual benefit, and it's coming up on April 28th. Okay. And what's going to happen is that anyone who has a ticket that can log on and it's like live on Zoom. And what's going to happen is that they are celebrating the life and legacy of Mr. Christopher Pendergast, who, if you watched our show prior, I interviewed the new co-chairman or chairman of the foundation, Mr. Ray Manzoni, who's a friend of mine. And of course, Mr. Pendergast had Lou Gehrig's disease, and he lived for 28 years. And he was an utterly amazing person, and he started this foundation. ALS, Ride for Life, and they would go from Montauk or Yankee Stadium to Washington, D.C. to raise awareness for ALS. And then after a bit, he would go from Montauk to Yankee Stadium. And so now he's passed away after 28 years. The foundation goes on. They're celebrating it on the 28th. And Mr. Pendergast's favorite food was lasagna, and his favorite beverage was Guinness. So what they would like everybody to do who joins on that evening is to have their lasagna and their Guinness and watch the program. And you're going to be entertained if you decide you would like to sign up for this. And I'm going to put a link in our YouTube channel as well as our Facebook. And this way you can check it out. And it's a great way to make a donation and also to have a little fun. And what's going to happen is you're going to have entertainment. And who's going to be there? Oh, this guy here, Mike Del Giudice, he played with Billy Joel, and he sounds like Billy Joel. And when you hear him, you'll be amazed. And he's the lead singer of Big Shot and a background vocalist and guitarist for Billy Joel. He plays the piano too. He's a multi-talented guy. So you're going to enjoy him. You're going to enjoy all the other speakers, and it's going to be a great show. And so we hope that you can join in the fun. And that's next Wednesday before the Good News Wednesday show, which is really good news because you won't even have to miss the Good News Wednesday show. It starts at 7:00. It's from 7 to 8, and we're on at 8:30. So you can have a whole evening full of entertainment if you'd like. So I just wanted to share that with you, and I will put a link in our pages so that you can check it out. Now, on to our next topic for the evening, which is something that we're really loving a lot these days. All right, we're celebrating the birthdays tonight, folks, for the week. And if you have a birthday that you're going to be celebrating, or you would like to have some friend, relative, neighbor, coworker's name announced and embarrass them on our show and celebrate having their birthday and getting a birthday song and also a personalized birthday cake on their birthday, just let me know by sending me an email at Karen@homesbydonovan.com, and I will make it happen. Now, let's see who's celebrating their birthdays this week. Today we have Jason Haran. Tomorrow we have Jimmy Roberts, Damian Mazer, Jennifer Donovan, and Jean Paternoster. Happy birthday to you guys. And then on the 23rd, Scott Willman. 24th, Karen O'Neill. On the 25th, Betty Miranda Almackay. On the 26th, David Simpson and Wendy Andrews. On the 27th, Dania Perry, Gary Chima, and Jenny Randlett. And on the 28th, Gary Ubaldini, Lydia Juris Bowles, and Patty Alicia. So those are our birthday folks for this week. And so here we go to celebrate their favorite tune in our own special way.
Heard it was your birthday, hope it's a good one too. Happy, happy birthday, now and the whole year through. And if you're having trouble with all those candles on your cake, just Just call us up, we'll help you blow them out. So you can take a, you can take a, you can take a break.
So we hope you have a great birthday week. Not just a birthday, but a birthday week. Let's celebrate. And let me know if you have a birthday, and we'll be glad to help you celebrate too. Okay, now, in the meantime, we have some pertinent questions to answer right here. Okay, now, the question tonight was sent in by one of my favorite clients, and they asked me, what things do they absolutely have to change on their house before they put it on the market for sale? Okay, you notice that we're talking about change, right? Okay, we try to keep everything related here. So what are the things, because right now, it's what we call a seller's market. And there aren't very many houses on the market, and there are a lot of buyers out looking. And if you're looking, you know that, and you got a lot of competition. And so seller can basically not have to do a lot of things that they normally used to have to do in order to make their house look beautiful, so they would attract the best buyer. Now they can just basically put it on the market. But what are the things that you should absolutely consider doing if you're thinking of selling your house? The number one thing that I recommend is that you make sure that anything that is not functioning or is not operational in the manner that it was designed to operate be fixed. Or else, you have to disclose it. I mean, okay, if it's a broken microwave and you don't want to put a new microwave, yeah, okay. But if it's a leaking roof or a water heater or an air conditioning or a heating system that's like broken, or a bathtub that's like leaking, I'd say fix it. Now, what about cosmetic stuff? You don't have to bother so much. I mean, yes, clean up, straighten up, get rid of junk, declutter, make the place look as clean and open as possible. But, you don't have to do a lot of work. And this is borne out just recently in a couple of my sales. And I found out that, heck, we even had one where the people didn't have enough money to do the roof, and it still didn't matter. The buyers came in and bought it anyway, because that's how anxious they are. But that's not going to last forever. So anyway, do at least the things that aren't functioning and aren't operational, and you still will have a sale. So that's our answer to what to change when you sell your house. Okay, now we're on to our next important topic, and I know you've all been waiting for this. All right, that was pretty bouncy, right? You like that? I like that tune. I don't know. All right, so we've got our trivia. The way that it works is you can play it here on Good News Wednesday, and you can answer it in the chat on Facebook or the comments on YouTube. And while I am on that topic, they tell me I have to remind you that if you are on Facebook, please, right now, while you're on Facebook, do me a favor and click like. Even if you're watching this in the replay, click like and follow us on on Facebook. Okay. Now, if you're watching from YouTube, then I'm going to please, pretty please, subscribe. Subscribe to our channel. Okay. It's right down there. There's a little button. It says subscribe. Please subscribe to our YouTube channel and then click the bell and you'll get notified the next time there's a Good News Wednesday show on. Now, of course, if you're busy doing something else, I will understand, but please watch the rerun. You will still have it in your phone or wherever you look at your YouTube. So please do those things for us. And if you want to answer the question tonight, don't forget, just put it in the comments on YouTube or the chat on Facebook. So here we go with the question for tonight. First of all, our topic for next week, it's going to be about friends that make the ride worthwhile. Isn't that cheery? I have a friend, and she's so upbeat like me, and she gave me a suggestion, and I told her that I would mention this on the show. If you are feeling down and you don't feel like being friendly, or you don't feel like being happy, just go and skip. Not skip, skip life. Skip. I mean, skip. You ever skip as a kid? Try it. I did it today on when I was taking a little walk on the trail, and I skipped. And I was thinking of the Wizard of Oz. We're off to see and I was skipping, and it made me feel silly, but it also made me feel happy. So if you're feeling down, try skipping. It's pretty cool. I like that suggestion. And that's what friends are for, folks. Coming up with crazy ideas for you, but good ones. So we're going to be talking about friends and friends that are worthwhile and make the ride worthwhile. So let's talk about our trivia question, which is about friends. And this is the trivia question. So let's have a drum roll for the trivia question. Ready? I know you like my bongo drums. All right, now, here we go. You'll have to use your movie knowledge tonight, folks. All of these pairs are good friends on and off the movie set, except one pair. One pair that I'm going to mention were not good friends off the movie set. They were actually really not good friends off the movie set. All right, so here we go. Which of these good friends were not good friends off the movie set? Thus meaning that the other ones were good friends off the movie set and on the movie set. Here we go. Ready? William Shatner and George Takei from Star Trek. That's A. B is Matt Damon and Ben Affleck, and they were in a bunch of things together, but Good Will Hunting is one that comes up. Matt Damon and Ben Affleck. C, Brad Pitt and George Clooney. They were in Ocean's 11 together. And then Tobey Maguire, who, played Spider-Man, that guy, and Leonardo DiCaprio, and they were in The Great Gatsby together. That's D. So A, William Shatner and George Takei. B, Matt Damon and Ben Affleck. C, Brad Pitt and George Clooney. Or D, Tobey Maguire and Leonardo DiCaprio. Which of those four sets of people were not good friends off the set? On your mark, get set, go. You can answer right now in the chat or in the comments. All right. Or you can email me right now at Karen@homesbydonovan.com. Or you can request a Monday morning wake-up call blog in your email, and there will be an official entry form in there with the answer, with the selections written right down in case you forgot them. All right, so that'd be your third way. And the way you can get the Monday morning wake up is just send me an email to request it at Karen at Homes by Donovan. I've been getting a lot of requests, and Monday mornings, you will get your Monday morning wake up log in your email, and it's very inspirational, and people tell me they enjoy it. So hopefully you will too. Okay, well, I think we've covered everything this evening for change. And now we're coming into friends. And I hope that all of you are enjoying your friends. And thank you for being my friend. Remember to get your shot. If you haven't done so, it's for the good of everyone, and it means you are a good friend. Until next time, remember, make it a great week. See you next time. Bye-bye.
It's the Good News Wednesday show. Come on, kids, it's time to roll. Tell everybody that you know. Watch the Good